Hi, welcome to another edition of Talkin Sports. I'm Charlie DeBiase, sports reporter for the Staten Island Advance. This week's topic is high school wrestling, and our guests this week are Lou DiStefano from Monsignor Farrell and Dave Olaf from Petrides. The high school wrestling scene this year has been very successful. Monsignor Farrell won its fourth straight dual meet championship, and they were second in the Catholic states. And Petrides was the PSAL dual meet champion for the first time. Lou, you have 4 wrestlers going to the State Federation Championships this weekend in Rochester, New York. Ben Villaret, Connor Hannafy, John Newman, and Kevin Hartnett. The one interesting story this year has been Connor Hannafy, who suffered what was thought to be a season-ending injury back in December, but right now, he's probably wrestling as good as anybody on Staten Island.
Connor came back from a torn meniscus and a torn bursa sac. He was actually hospitalized with an infection in his knee in actually early January. A couple doctors said his season was over. Was able to get back to PT a little bit earlier and came back in time to win the Catholic States. First round match is probably the toughest kid in the weight class. It's the defending state runner-up from Nassau County. But if he can get past that kid, he's got a great shot to go far.
Lou, do you think the other guys have a shot to bring home some medals also?
Yeah, I believe so. Ben Villaret is real primed and ready. He's probably one of the best wrestlers on our team, if not had the best season. He's only a sophomore, and in 8th grade, actually, he won a schoolboy state title. So he's succeeded at this level before. Some of the other guys, Kevin Hartnett had a major upset, wasn't even expected to win the Catholic States. So he's just on a roll, and maybe he upset a couple more guys at the New York State Championships. And lastly, our captain, John Newman, our senior captain, also has a pretty good shot. He's got the Westchester County champ in round 1, and been looking good too.
Dave, you're familiar with Anthony Mira of Tottenville High School. What can you tell us about him?
Anthony has worked really hard throughout his career. He's a senior this year. He's still a 96-pounder. So that age and that experience, I think, is going to play a key role into him doing well at the state tournament.
Lou, can you tell us something about Curtis's James Holden and Rafael Ruiz?
Yeah, I believe both of them are sophomores. They actually had outbreak years for Chris Alina and Curtis, and I think it's a good experience for those guys to get up there. Getting up there as a sophomore is a big advantage for the years to come.
Okay. Now, they also on the Division II portion of the Federation Championships this week, Petrides actually has 12 wrestlers making the trip to Rochester. Included in that list has been an undefeated senior. Obviously, he had a fantastic year so far. Dave, what can you tell us about Matt Cartusiello?
He's a senior this year. He had a 45-0 record going into the state tournament this year. He's probably one of the best wrestlers probably to come out in the island. He's the all-time island win holder right now. He has 139 wins going into the state tournament this weekend. He's working hard to be ready to go. He was a 6th place winner last year, and we're looking for better things this year. He has a tough first round match. Obviously, all the matches up at states are tough, but if he can get through that one and his second round match, he has a great shot, I think, to make some real noise this year up at the state tournament. Brian Traub is a junior this year for me. He's a 103-pounder. He's a junior, which is another great advantage. He's an older kid in the weight class.
Right.
And he's physically more mature, and I think that played a big role last year. Even at 96, he was actually 1 point away last year from placing at the state tournament.
Wow.
So he has great experience, at that level as well. And I think this year, coming in, he's 38-1 this year,
okay.
and his one loss came to the state runner-up this season, a kid from Long Island. So same thing. I think he has a great shot to make it in the state tournament this year in place. I think our 112-pounder, Angel Rivera, has a great shot against a kid from Section 8 the first round. And our 125-pounder, Danny Franco, another kid that has been all over the state wrestling and has been at that level, and I think he has a great shot to make some noise as well.
This is obviously a very special thing going to the State Federation Championships. Lou, can you give our viewers an idea of how tough it is to get to this spot and tell us a little bit about the competition up there?
Yeah, the competition's, it's flat out brutal. Basically, New York State's broken into 11 sections, the PSAL and the CHSA state, and pretty much only the winners and a few wild cards make it. So you're talking about the top 14 to 16 wrestlers in each weight class making it to the tournament. Qualifying, is extremely tough too. This year we had 4, which was a school record, as you mentioned before. In the previous years, we only had 2 or 1 per year, so it's a great honor for us to have 4.
So to come away with a gold medal is like what?
New York City history, it's never happened. I think New York City's only had 1 finalist.
I believe so. Stuyvesant High School.
Stuyvesant High School.
Heavyweight.
Very interesting. Can this be the first year? We'll see. I'm Charlie DeBiase. I'd like to thank our guests, Lou DiStefano and Dave Ola. And for all the sports results, please check the web at silive.com.